Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Some hours ago, a news went very viral over the reception of 6 billion naira received by Ebonyi State governor. I'm talking about Governor David Umahi for cattle ranching. Of course, his spokesperson, the media person, has also, spoken concerning that same issue. The Ohanaeze youth are now opening up. In fact, it's a triangle for when it comes to the issue of ranching, open grazing, and so many insecurity. Don't forget that the Southern Governors Forum had unanimously agreed that they will ban the issue of open grazing since they are the chief security officers, and by law and constitutionally they've been given the mandate, to own the lands. Of course, they speak for the people of their communities and their states. Now, there seems to be a reversal to that. So many issues coming up. We're going to give you updates on all of them. Before we go into the news proper, I would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. All right, let's quickly go to the news. Governor David Umahi of Ebonyi State has received 6 billion naira from President Muhammad Buhari government to begin cattle ranching in Southeast region. Umahi, among some other governors that received a total of 24 billion naira for ranching from the Nigerian government, the presidency spokesperson Garba Shehu stated this last night in Politics Today, a program on Channels TV, adding that the Federal Capital Territory was among the beneficiaries that is coming directly from presidency. He said that the four received 6 billion naira each, 6 billion naira each for ranching and other associated purposes. He, however, did not disclose when they got the funds, though he said Katsina was the latest to get it. The same Katsina Nigerians are getting very, worked out about it. No, they never even knew that there were actually some states that have gotten that before Katsina. Shehu said 8 other states will get theirs soon as the applications are being processed. He said any state that is interested and meets the requirement will get the same grant. Shehu said yes, Katsina has been given, but Katsina is not the only state that has been given. So far, about 24 billion naira has been disbursed to about 4 states for ranching and associated activities. Yobe has also been given, Ebonyi has been given, FCT has been given. More than 8 other states are now being processed for the payment. Shehu Gaba said the program is one of the ways President Muhammadu Buhari's government administration intends to end the farmer herders clashes. He said Buhari is fair and just and wants the clashes to end like every other Nigerian. Meanwhile, the revelation that Ebonyi got the funds will come as a surprise to many in the southeast, as the state and other southern governors had said they had no land for ranching. In a similar scenario, the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, had made a sharp contrast to the resolution of the southern governors to ban open grazing. Now, in a moment, you're going to find out why it came as a surprise, because as we speak right now, the spokesperson to Umahi has also spoken concerning it very quickly. We're going to look at it. Now, look at what he said. I'm going to read it as it is. Press release: Ebonyi State maintains the stance that there is no land for ranching in the state. We have received the news making the rounds that Ebonyi State is among the states in the federation that has received a sum of 6 billion naira each for ranching, as attributed to the special assistant to the president on media and publicity, Mr. Garba Shehu, while responding to questions on Channels Television on Wednesday night. And we wish to clarify as follows: that Ebonyi State government never at any time received any money for ranching in the state and will not receive any money for the same purpose, as there is no available land for ranching in the state. That should any Ebonians opt to engage in personal ranching, Ebonians should see such venture as a personal decision of such a person who must use his or her land for that purpose. This is because the Ebonyi State government has continued to maintain that there is no land for ranching in the state, and it's not about relinquishing from that decision. Francis Nweze, Special Assistant to the Governor, Media and Publicity, made on Thursday, August 26, 2021. And now you can imagine the government is saying one thing and the state governor is saying another. Who do we believe? But now hear what the Ohanaeze youth are saying. Briefing newsmen in Abakaliki, Damian Okafor, national youth leader of Ohanaeze Igbo worldwide, who stated that Igbo youth were standing by the unanimous decision of the 17 southern governors, made known to the general public through a communique on May 11, 2021, adding that anybody that is subscribing to open grazing in Igbo land is the core enemy of Igbo land and shall be treated as such. He said it is no longer news that many of us are living in pretense over a serious national issue that has kept Nigeria in a state of emergency. Nobody is free in this country again, and any country that is at war with its citizens is on the highway to destruction. Open grazing is an old practice of roaming ruminant animals in open fields, plains, and bushes in search of pasture or foliage. The system in the last few years has triggered conflict between host communities and migrant herders, leading to several deaths in many states across the country. The southern governors have postulated that the inclusion of herders, I take that again, armed herders, criminals, and bandits into the southern part of the country has presented a severe security challenge such that citizens are unable to live their normal lives. They therefore resolved that open grazing of cattle be banned across southern Nigeria, noting that development and population growth has put pressure on available land and increased the prospect of conflict between migrating herders and local populations in the south. Given this scenario, it becomes imperative to enforce the ban on open grazing in the south, including cattle movement to the south by foot. If Nigeria has adopted the presidential system of government from America, why can't it adopt ranching from the same America to enable us to live in peace? Do you know that open grazing is the source of insecurity that is ravaging the country? As migrants from other countries smuggle arms through grazing routes without being checked, does the federal government enjoy the massacre of her citizens? Do you know that open grazing has divided Nigeria more than the 1967 civil chaos? The Igbo youth stand by the unanimous decision of the 17 southern governors made known to the general public through a communique on May 11, 2021, resolving to ban open grazing of cattle in their states. We don't want to lose more innocent lives in Igbo land. Enough of this carnage. Whoever, be it senators, rep members, assembly speakers, and others at large that is subscribing to open grazing in Igbo land should know that our 17 southern governors are not stupid to have defended their people. Through that resolve, that person should know that he or she is the core enemy of Igbo land and should be treated as such. Ohanaeze. Now, after the whole scenario, Shehu Garba, the spokesperson to the senior media person to President Muhammadu Buhari, have decided to clarify the air again after saying he gets 6 billion naira to Ebonyi State Governor and Ebonyi State themselves for ranching. I'm going to quote what he said. He said, President Muhammadu Buhari's senior media assistant Garba Shehu has admitted that he incorrectly stated that the Ebonyi state government got 6 billion naira from the federal government to set up cattle ranches in the state. Shehu made the clarification after Governor Dave Umahi countered him after making the claims on Channels TV Politics today on Wednesday. The presidential aide had made the claim while rebuking Benue State Governor Samuel Otom over his criticism of President Buhari's approval of the review of grazing routes in the country. Shehu had claimed that Ebonyi State, Katsina, and Yobe State were all as the federal capital territory received 24 billion to set up cattle ranches. So I guess that clears the air over the issue. Now Governor David Umahi is now exonerated, and that was good of him to have used this media person to debunk and counter that immediately before it will become a thing, because already the Indigo youth are already getting vexed, ready for showdown, judging the fact that for a while now, when it comes to the issue of ranching and what herders have been doing, especially in the southern part of Nigeria, is what's really standing up against, especially the level of carnages, mayhem that have been causing. Let's meet in the comment section. For the first time, if you ask me, they finally if they can be accepting their wrongs like this and keep apologizing and keep correcting, there won't be any need for trying to gag the media. If you're wrong, accept it. Let's meet in the comment section, please. What's your take?